What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world, Bitcoin Ben. Damn, oxygen is totally fucking with my voice. I should smoke a cigarette and I should have a Red Bull. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday. Guys, I have a list of shit to talk about today. But before I do that, there was a post on X from my friend, Mr. Bitcoin Archive, although he's hired people, so good for him. I want to pull this up real quick. And I want to explain how important this is. UAE National Securities Mohammed Al-Assami, the Bitcoin has become the key pillar in the future of financing. Okay, what makes this important? Why is it important that the UAE National Securities person, right? This is not the UAE's financial guy. This is not UAE little banker. This is the national security person. Why is he saying this? Because there's a reason Michael Saylor last week actually met with, I think it was eight sovereign wealth funds in the UAE. 8 sovereign wealth funds. That means the countries. When they say sovereign wealth fund, that is basically the countries. That's Abu Dhabi, that's Qatar, that's Saudi Arabia, that's the countries. Now, those of you watching right now, you know, forever the Middle East was the oil people. They did the oil. They produced the energy for the world. Now, America had a little slice of that. Venezuela, which has junk oil, and other places had oil. But the Middle East was it, because they could produce 1 barrel of oil for about $4, and they could sell it for about $40, $60, $80. they had cheap oil. All right. Now, oil is losing its, it, mind you, it will never go away. But now, U.S. has a ton of oil. Canada has a ton of oil. What has changed is the extraction technology. They can now get oil out of a turnip. I'm just telling you. No, they can't really do it out of a turnip, but you get my point. We have fracking. We have oil that is coming out of sand up in friggin' Canada. And they haven't even talked about the Antarctica yet. Antarctica has more oil than any place in the world. If you've ever looked at Antarctica, if you look around the edges on the beaches, let's call them, it's all black, right? There is no sand. It's all black. Do you know what that is? That is coal. What is coal? Coal is hard oil. That's all it is it's hard, rockified oil. That's it. Antarctica has a sheet ton of oil. And oil is losing its prominence in the energy sector. Guys, we are rolling out fusion. We are rolling out a lot of nuclear. There's so much money going into nuclear right now. So why is the UAE national security guy, not the finance minister, not anyone to do with money, why is the national security guy saying the Bitcoin has become the key pillar in the future of financing? Because everything else is a liability. Let me dive in. All right. Oil is a liability because you have to ship that shit. You don't just produce oil and go, oh, I have a barrel of oil and leave it in the barrel at your place. No, you have to load that shit on a ship or a tanker or something. You have to ship it to wherever the hell it's going. Now, you could have, like the Russians have, you could have some pipelines. Well, what happens when that pipeline gets a little freedom from America? Because you know America, we love to spread some good old American freedom. And we will go over and we will blow up your pipeline with our freedom. We're good at it. Well, that's a liability. That's a risk. And this is what so many people don't realize. They look at the Bitcoin as only money, as only currency, not recognizing that the blockchain itself has a ledger value, a information retaining ledger value. It can't be hacked. So if you want to record, watch for this, this is coming. Say that, I don't know, Saudi Arabia wants to record some very important document on some network. What network do you think they're going to choose? They're going to choose the strongest information network in the world, which is Bitcoin blockchain. Watch for this in the future. Now, this is going to be about 4 or 5 years away. Watch for America to record laws and legislation on the Bitcoin blockchain. Watch for it, because it is coming. Because the network value is incredibly valuable, because it is a decentralized ledger of information. Oh, yes, everyone watching, please hit like and subscribe to whatever platform you are watching right now. And if you're watching on X, could you give us a share? Appreciate it, guys. Now, Michael Saylor, this morning, the dude purchased over 10,000 Bitcoin. And he says he's only getting started. Listen to me, folks. There are two plays right now over in the UAE. Number one, they're going to put a ton of money into Microsoft. All right, MicroStrategies. All right. Hey, thank you, David. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. They're going to put a ton of money into Michael Saylor's MicroStrategies. And he's helping them collect a bunch of the Bitcoin. He's setting them. Now, mind you, some of them are already buying it, guys. And they are buying it just like Michael Saylor buys it, using AI. Michael Saylor is now using AI to purchase his friggin' Bitcoin. And he is not actually buying huge swaths at once. He ain't smash fucking buying on friggin' Coinbase. These are strategic little purchases that accumulate up to 10,000 Bitcoin on many exchanges, especially the smaller ones, because the smaller ones have less weight on the price, because they can actually buy a cheat ton of the Bitcoin on smaller, less weighted exchanges, and they can freaking buy it all up, and it doesn't really hit the price on the major exchanges. This is how they're doing it. And I've heard from several friends of mine, Larry Lepard, they are buying it. Shout out to Larry Lepard. Thank you for the information, brother. Great job. He's helping people. He's helping it's a family. He's helping a lot of people. Let's just put it that way. All right. And guys, there's an announcement coming from Trump later today or tomorrow that I hear is relevant to the Bitcoin and crypto world. I have no idea what it is. My guy don't know what the fuck it is. They're keeping it very low key. But what Trump is setting up for. Because remember, here, let me jump into this, and this will help explain exactly what I'm talking about. All right, right now, the European Union is meeting with Zelensky over in England or something like that. We're planning a war. Leave it to Great Britain. Leave it to the UK because they have no other option. Guys, if you don't know, the German bonds are toast. The European Union bonds are toast. They are going down, and they are going down quickly, and they know it. And what is a better way to hide a financial collapse than a war? So, the European Union, all right, you are absolutely right, brother. Germany, which, isn't it odd that people in Germany don't call themselves Germans? They're not Germans. They are Deutschland. I'm just saying. Okay. But they're planning a war just like World War II. They're in deep shit. They know it, and they have to hide it. They have to hide their fuck-ups in a war. Now, Trump and the EU or UAE and all of these other entities, I've said this for years. The Bitcoin is the nuclear weapon that Trump will use to destroy the old system. See, the issue is they always do this. Whenever we're having kind of financial issues and shit's about to get really bad, Europe's plan and the globalist plan is always go to war. Oh, that reminds me. Sometime this week, I'm going to do a very special show. I found a old news report from 1967 explaining what was going on with the CIA back then. It about blew my mind that this was on NBC or ABC, one of them. And they were actually telling the truth of what was going on with the CIA. And I have to do a show strictly on that. All right. So Europe is planning a war. Europe loves nothing more than a good war. Problem is, they don't have the military. They don't have the capabilities to execute on this war, but they can sure cause a lot of trouble. And they know that their friggin' bond market is done. They got nothing. We're about to have a European bond explosion. Now, Michael Saylor yesterday was on stage explaining how the Bitcoin is the new world bond. I have been saying this for years. Wait until the world looks at the Bitcoin as a bond. You're going to have a flood of money. Leave the bond market because bond prices are dropping. They are dropping because people are selling the bonds. They don't want nothing to do with what's coming. They know that the UK they know the European Union is setting up for war. They're launching drafts. They're setting up to draft their people. The only reason that you initiate a draft is if you know your shit's about to go to war. Now, the key is, though, the Bitcoin. I've told you guys this for years. This is the weapon that takes out the old system because it drains the power out of their currency. The euro is going to get eaten alive by the Bitcoin. Because remember, as their bonds drop, they'll have to sell their bonds, just like the Federal Reserve. They'll have to sell their bonds to the European Central Bank. And that is going to unhinge the bond market. They are going to devalue the euro, although it's already pretty valueless. They are going to devalue the euro into this war. Now, mind you, the only thing holding up the European Union is Germany, and Germany is collapsing. They are getting their asses handed to them, hence the war. Now, the important thing is you have to realize they don't have the military. They don't have any support from their people. If you look what's going on over in Europe, the people, they are not into a war. They want nothing to do with a war. And I'm talking the people of Europe. Look at France. Look at London. Look at Ireland. None of them want war. They want their country back. That's what they want. And it has reached a level where they're on the breaking point. Remember, the only thing that holds up these countries are their bonds. That's it. If they lose the bond market, the country is dead. Because that's how they fund themselves, is with the bonds. And telling you right now, the European central banks are going to print euros like it is going out of style, because they have to. Because if no one is going to buy the European bonds, the central banks have to. So what does that mean? That means they are replacing a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 7 year, 10 year, whatever year bond with current money. That means money printing, dollars, euros. And if you're producing the dollars and you're replacing the bond purchasing volume with your own printed money, guys, this is what happened in Germany. This is what happened in the Weimar Republic. Remember, Germany was part of the Weimar Republic. Well, what happened to the Republic? They hyperinflated their currency, and then Germany launched a gold-backed currency. This is a huge deal, but this is what's important. This is what you guys should be focused on. The West, the West, and when I say West, everyone Western except Europe, right? Even Australia's kind of like, you know what? Shit's getting kind of iffy. I think I'm going to go with America on this one. Yeah, watch for it, guys. Because they know that the whole global economic system is toast. That's why the UAE National Security, not the finance minister, National Security Minister, UAE, says that the Bitcoin has become the key pillar in the future of financing. Not the key pillar. Because that, and the reason he called it a pillar is because it is going to hold up the global financial system. Well, what used to hold up the global financial system? The bonds. So he's basically telling you that the Bitcoin is going to replace the global bond market. When you have the national security minister of the UAE says in so many words that the Bitcoin is going to replace the bond market, you know shit's about to get serious. And I'm just going to throw this out so you all might squirrel into this. Why is it all of a sudden we're not really hearing a whole lot of what's going on with Israel? Why is it all of a sudden Israel and all that got real quiet? Not a whole lot of people talking about Israel. What's going on there? We're heading into 2026. This is what they're calling it in Washington, D.C. The flip. They are flipping from the old system to the new system in 2026. It's why Trump said last week, you're not going to be paying any employment tax. Huh? Wait, what? I thought we had to. I thought the only way that America could ever work is if you taxed the shit out of the workers. Oh, wait. No. This is going to be, yes. Elon suggested the EU go back to sovereign. Yes, guys, that's what's happening. Because right now, that there's a lot of European countries that don't want war. They're smaller, so they don't have a loud voice, but they don't want war. The states will raise taxes. Not in this environment, they won't. Florida is getting rid of property tax. They already don't have a employment tax. Any state that raises taxes, that place is going to go to shit. Because there's too much competition. And that's what it was meant to be. That's what the founding fathers created. Hey, we got all these places. We got Florida, we got New York, we got California, we got Missouri, we got Illinois, We got Massachusetts. We got all these places. Okay, now you guys have a competition for people. Florida and Texas are winning that competition. I don't hear no one except younger retarded people who are like, ooh, let's go to New York. New York sounds like a great place to live. Let's go to California. Yeah, California sounds like a great place to live. If you're broke as shit and homeless, California's great for you. They will give you as many needles as you need for your drugs. California's just, if you ain't got no cash, come to California. We will totally ruin our fucking whole economy for you. Because, and this is why, hang on one second, word from the sponsor.
Your Bitcoin's sitting idle. Time to make it work. Private Key Capital, the world's first fully Bitcoin-backed financial institution, lets you earn 4% APY on your Bitcoin. Enjoy Bitcoin savings accounts, secure custody, Bitcoin-backed loans, fiat on-off ramps, and exclusive member benefits. This is crypto banking reimagined. Early members get the best rates. Join Private Key Capital today and start earning 4%.
See, and the reason I played that advertisement for a Private Key Capital is slowly but surely we are rebranding all of my clubs to Private Key Capitals. You ask why, Ben? Why? Why would you take the Bitcoin Ben crypto clubs and rebrand them as Private Key Capital? Because this is the new world. This is the new system. And my companies are going to be working in the new system. Now, don't get me wrong, it kind of rolls off of the tongue, the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Yes. And that early days, that worked. Now we're in a different world. 2026 is going to be the best, mark my words, the best year for Bitcoin ever in adoption. Visa and MasterCard, watch for it. Visa, at least Visa, is going to launch a bank. I know it sounds crazy, but I got a guy, pretty credible. They're going to launch a bank. And it's going to be a crypto bank. This is absolutely fundamental that you understand. These next 3 to 5 years are going to make the industrial revolution look like it was child's play. Because this is the global digital financial revolution. It is going to blow the shit out of the any other technological advancement ever. Because as the UAE national security guy says, the Bitcoin is the key pillar of the future of finance. That's why I'm opening my mining company. Because in January, I'm launching a mining company. Why? Because I want to own one of the companies that is printing the new money. The Federal Reserve, watch for this next year. The Federal Reserve is going to be rolled into the Treasury. There's so much going on. And that's why Europe wants to go to war, because they know that the people are against them. Now, watch for a false flag. They remember who we're dealing with. 9/11, the Gulf of Tonkin, Pearl Harbor. These people plan the false flag and then go, oh my goodness, we must have a war. Let's all rally around the war. People are done with that shit. It doesn't work any. All right? It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. Who are they going to war with? Civil wars? No. They think they're going to go to war with Russia. No. Russia, let me put it this way. This is how this is not going to happen. If they go after Russia, they're going to have to deal with China. It ain't even going to be us. That's what's crazy. Trump has already said, you want to go to war with Russia? You guys go right the fuck ahead with that. See how well that works out for you. Because if they go after Russia, China is not going to put up with that bullshit. We ain't going to have to do nothing, folks. We are grab your popcorn, because if they go to war with Russia, number one, sorry, Venezuela, you're toast. That's the only thing we're basically going to take out is Venezuela. Be like, there you go. Because Venezuela is their information hub. Venezuela is the hub of the global influence digitally. And they go bye-bye. This is absolutely crazy. All right. This is absolutely crazy. It isn't going to work, and they're toast. But they have no exit. That's the whole thing. They have no option anymore. This is absolutely crazy. This is the point that I am trying to get across to everyone. They want war, but it's not going to work. They don't have the military. They don't have anything that even resembles what they need for this win. They can't even kick it off. So, but what they can is pretend a war. All right? They can pretend a war. And the pretend a war is to act as the catalyst for the financial collapse. But there they are trapped, because every war prior to this war they're going to launch didn't have a global decentralized exit option. Now they do. The world has a global decentralized exit option, and that's the Bitcoin. See, we look at all of these countries and America and the UAE and a bunch of and El Salvador. We see all of these countries accumulating the Bitcoin. Why? Why would America hold a bunch of Bitcoin? Now, you and me, we know the Bitcoin's amazing. But do you think the federal government would even waste their time with this if it wasn't? Remember, they're putting it in a strategic reserve. Strategic reserve. That's the sheet we hold for emergencies and wars. Names matter. They're putting it, and all of these companies are collecting the future, like the UAE national security guy says. They are collecting the key pillar of the future of finance. They know the new system, and they're accumulating as much as possible. Now, there are agreements. There are agreements that no one can just run in and buy all of it, except Michael Saylor. I don't think he agreed to that. But there's going to be a time, and this year has been the accumulation year for sovereign countries. This year has been accumulate as much friggin' Bitcoin and put it into as many 401ks, as many options and put the Bitcoin everywhere, so that when they revalue, this is the key, guys. This is 1933 all over again, except Trump is doing the reverse. In 1933, the government said, right, in 1933, that the government said, give us all your gold. We want all the gold. And then they revalued it. Trump is doing the opposite. Trump is like, everyone put Bitcoin into your 401ks. Like Trump says, don't sell your Bitcoin. Never sell your Bitcoin. Because that's why he's trying to put it. That's what BlackRock is. Do you think, let's be honest here, folks. Do you think BlackRock all of a sudden was just like, hey, you know what? Hell with it. We'll launch an ETF on Bitcoin. That's what we'll do. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then Gary Gensler, who is completely a progressive and on the other side, and went after every single crypto company in the freaking world, all of a sudden, Gary Gensler's like, oh, BlackRock, would you like an ETF? You would? Absolutely. Let us roll out our red communist carpet for you, buddy. And then, voila. All of a sudden, we have an ETF. And what is it? BlackRock. made more on their ETF than anything in their whole company. It was the most profitable area of their company, was their ETF on Bitcoin. You think that's happenstance? You think that that's just, what a coinkydink. Right? Oh, and it isn't just me saying this, guys. Jamie Dimon from hell, Satan, Jamie Dimon comes out yesterday and says the European Union screwed. This is Jamie Dimon, guys. And that's him trying to tell the European Union, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, because if you do, they are going to destroy the bond market. The bond market's already fucking going down. But Jamie Dimon is like, hey guys, because they know they have enough of the system ready to roll into the new system. Right? This is the key. This is the key. This is the new system. Hence why I bought a credit union in El Salvador. Hence why I bought a resort in El Salvador. Hence why in the future I'm going to be buying land in El Salvador. And that's for a future show. We are the new system. The old system just has to fall away. And they're not gonna go away quiet. They're not just gonna go, damn it, we've worked for 150 years. Damn it. Oh, shucks. Well, maybe we'll try over the next 150 years and give it another shot. No. They know that they are caught. They are caught. And they are up against the wall. They're in a corner. And we're the ones who have them in the corner. Guys, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be absolutely interesting. But it is the future. And that's why we offer any way to get you Bitcoin. That's our job. Remember, no KYC on the Bitcoin that you buy through our clubs, because it's a private membership organization. That's how we can do it legally, because we are a private membership organization that's actually based on common law and natural rights. Here's what I want you guys to do. Give us a call or send us a text at 941-413-8080. We have already, I don't know the exact number, but we're probably already at $20 million, if not more. It's probably higher than that. $20 million worth of the Bitcoin helping people. Oh, I know it's more than that. Hang on. Oh, yeah. It's way more than that. I just recalculated. If you want your friggin' Bitcoin with no KYC, and we can help you get a personal loan and get you some Bitcoin. We can help you refinance your house and get you some Bitcoin. Give us a call, 941-413, and just ask. Because I think we got like 6 or 7 options. Just ask, how can you get me some more Bitcoin? How? We have a ton of ways. Okay, everyone, have a great day. I love absolutely every single one of you guys. Let me go through my list and make sure I got everything. That's about it. Everyone, have a great day. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right? Bye-bye, guys.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.